All right, let's start with a chilling fact. Measles is back with a vengeance, and history's repeating itself in the worst way. Imagine this. 35 years ago, in 1989, doctors were literally carrying dead children out of homes, one after another, during an outbreak that killed 166 people. Now, cases are exploding again. But here's the twist. The problem today isn't money or access. It's something far more insidious. And yes, the White House is right at the center of it. Let me break down why this isn't just a public health crisis, but a warning sign for everything we're getting wrong. First, the 1989 outbreak. What's fascinating is how different the world was then. Vaccines existed, but uptake was low because low-income families couldn't afford them. Sound familiar? No, because today, vaccines are widely available, yet people are choosing not to take them. That shift from economic barriers to ideological ones is a story of how misinformation has outpaced medicine. Now, let's talk about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Donald Trump. Personally, I think the idea of putting a vocal vaccine skeptic in charge of public health is like letting a pyromaniac run a fireworks factory. Trump's claim that babies get 80 vaccines? Flatly false. But it's not just lies, it's the deliberate erosion of trust. When the government starts peddling conspiracy theories about autism, it's not just wrong, it's weaponizing fear. And that's where the danger lies. This isn't about parental choice, it's about a coordinated attack on science. But wait, why does this matter so much? Because measles isn't just a rash. It's a killer that spreads like wildfire. One infected person can contaminate a room for hours after leaving. And yet, here we are, in 2025, with communities refusing vaccines because of myths. The Mennonite outbreak in Texas? South Carolina's evangelical clusters? These aren't accidents. They're symptoms of a culture that's forgotten what measles actually does. What's even more disturbing is the amnesia at play. Dr. Offit said it best. We eliminated the disease, but also the memory of it. Think about that. Younger doctors have never seen measles. Parents don't fear it because they've never witnessed its brutality. That's the paradox of success. Vaccines worked so well, people stopped seeing them as life-saving and started seeing them as risky. And now, with anti-science figures gaslighting the public, we're paying the price. Let me get personal for a second. I remember my mom dragging me to get shots as a kid. I hated it. But now, I take a dozen needles over watching a preventable disease rip through communities. The 1990s fix, free vaccines for low-income families, worked because it addressed access. Today's problem can't be solved with free clinics. You can't vaccinate away distrust. When the government itself is the source of lies, how do you rebuild trust? Here's the deeper issue. This isn't just about measles. It's about the collapse of shared reality. When facts are optional and fear is profitable, public health becomes collateral damage. And the cost? Not just dollars, but lives. The 1989 outbreak ended because authorities forced action. A court ordered vaccines, and it worked. But today, in an era of medical freedom, who's willing to make that call? Not a White House that's busy amplifying conspiracies. So where does this leave us? With a question that's both simple and terrifying. Can a society that prioritizes individualism over collective survival outlast its own apathy? Because measles isn't coming back because of science. It's coming back because we let fear, ego, and ideology override the lessons of history. And if we don't fix that, the dead kids in 1989 won't be the last. What's your take? Let me know in the comments, because this isn't just about measles anymore. It's about who we choose to be.